Moon Platoon, financial news channels are getting shot down, and this is what you need to know for AMC and GME because we don't want this to be the very last broadcast. So first of all, if anybody in the comments told you to check out a WhatsApp number, that is not me. At this point, I have a feeling if there's any typos or any weird things about the title, or if there's not a check mark next to my name, you have an idea that it's not me. But if this video is not up to 3,200 likes yet, we have a story to tell you. Comment out which like you have, and now we're going to tell you about the 4466, that 260% retracement that we are now, as of right now, trending underneath in the after hours. It is the end of the day on July 7th, 2021, and we are talking about the options chain. We're talking about the short interest, and we're talking about the fact that shorts have not covered. If you had seen the 10% down on AMC, you might have said fire in the movie theater. Right? You might have been saying that there has been a clear and compelling reason to get out of these two meme stocks. Well, we're going to tell you exactly what you need to know in terms of the education for the day. First things first, understand that we had multiple attempts to be able to break out of today's price action. In fact, each of these small lines here were ascending levels of resistance that would have brought us above the 47.86 level of support. Why did the drop happen today? 10% from $47 all the way down to $44. Easy. There were no levels of support and resistance between this 47.86 level of support up here and the retracement at 260%. Essentially, they were able to get a BOGO, buy one, get one, in terms of hurting the stock with an initial sell-off of shorting a 2.6 million shares that we saw in the iBorrow desk data that we saw. That data was struck out. Essentially, we had 2.6 million shares on AMC that dropped all the way down to 1.2 million. That said, a million shares is not enough to be able to affect a day with more than 94 million volume the day of, which means paper handlers took over the rest. People who have a bad understanding of exactly where AMC and GME are going, where they don't have the clear and compelling DD that the channel and other financial institutions and educational centers have been trying to provide you since the beginning of the January squeeze, have been trying to tell you for a long time that the shorts need to cover in order for there to be any possibility of the shorts getting out of their current financial situation. GME is slowly rising. By slowly, I mean with spurts, 10%, nearly double digits today, short interest change to get us above 10%. Very, very close. Probably you're going to see that in the next day. Hopefully you guys have already taken a look at Webull. This is the 2 free stocks, free brokerage that allows you to be able to trade, and is my choice. So gives you an opportunity to be able to see the technical indicators as well as the dynamic movements of the stock. But something that is slightly easier to understand and interpret is Lux's algorithm. We had two signals before the end of power hour today: a strong buy signal at 45.20, a strong sell signal at 45, and then a strong buy signal followed by a strong sell signal. If you want to be able to understand where those oscillators are changing, as in bullish momentum into bearish momentum, you'll be able to get 20% off with the code AndrewMoMoney at checkout for Lux Algo. This not only works for AMC, also works for GME, which got one strong buy signal for the day, and that's what has been coasting with ever since. That was able to catch both of these stocks were hit at 11% down on the beginning of the day. GME was able to recover half of that negative price action, and all due to this strong buy signal here. Overall, you know that AMC has bullish catalysts. It canceled the vote for whether or not it's going to take another 25 million dilution. It was able to be on the threshold list by tomorrow. But that said, 13 days is the actual physical days since AMC was on the threshold list. But in terms of business days, we would be placing that date closer to July 13th or 14th. Once again, We don't do dates on this channel, only the data that you guys care about, which means that we need to talk about the options chain, bringing it on down to these suspicious deep in the money calls, right? So $20, these are very safe calls. Who would be putting them there? Well, we talked about how the SEC knows exactly who is putting $20 calls deep in the money, as the lowest OI has the best ability to transition 1-to-1 for the FTDs that need to cycle back through the money. Now that said, it's not an infinite stock glitch. It's just able to keep the FTDs from expiring just long enough for the options to continue piling on and seeming like it's all run-of-the-mill. I would say that right now puts are trying to take over the calls in terms of 4-to-1 ratio on the $45 strike and the $40 strike. Now that said, more optimistic calls are at $50 right now and at $60. So AMC dipping underneath $50 was a blow, but if you guys know anything about the psychology of what we've been talking about in terms of AMC, the only time apes have any decision to make is when the price dips below a certain threshold. Because at the end of the day, if the price goes above 15%, 20%, it's still not the mother of all short squeezes, which is what we've been waiting for a very long time. The thing about AMC is that you'll be able to look at the far right side, $2 million of $145 strike for the far side of where that gamma squeeze will end us. There has not been bulls this bullish since the beginning of the AMC squeeze potential. Ever since June, we were able to see more and more of these $145 strikes accumulate, and more than $2 million were added earlier today as well. Taking a look at GME, you'll be able to notice that $200 strike is the most important piece of where GME is heading, and 310 is currently $500,000 with GME's name on it. So as of right now, GameStop has a lot to be able to run up on, and AMC needs to make sure that the threshold securities list is top of mind, but not with a clean date, because dates only hurt the apes. As of right now, you know for a fact that YouTube is trying to drill down on these channels. So go down, comment in the comment section down below about what you remember about this channel, about what kind of value you've been able to get, and whether or not you right now feel a kindred spirit with this channel. And make sure that you report each and every bot that you see. Make sure to comment down on the comment section, because it is easier for the hive mind to catch these scammers than just yours truly. Thank you guys for being part of the Moon Platoon. Those of you who have pressed that join button, I really do appreciate you being part of the show. Those of you who have supported the show with either Patreon or pressing that join are true apes, as well as the fact that we may be going on Charles Payne's show. Finally, I got an email from the booker, may be going on Charles Payne's show today. So that means that's an extra special tidbit so that you guys get rewarded for getting to this part of the video. If you guys want to leave a comment down below about how you remember Meatball, a funniest joke about Meatball, I will collect those comments in the comment section and talk to you guys directly about whether or not there is an opportunity for you to win something huge later down the line.